So I'm usually a pretty big wuss when it comes to horror movies, so I try and avoid this genre as much as possible. That being said, I know there's a lot of great films in this genre, so I'm trying to be brave and branch out and watch some of them. So today I'm going to watch the Patreon voted 1986 film Night of the Creeps. The title's pretty self-explanatory. That's my only real prediction. I don't know the cast, I don't know the crew, I don't know the plot, I don't know anything like that. If you have any other suggestions for horror movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you're ever curious about what gear I use or what's on the bookshelf, I've included a link in the description. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Night of the Creeps. Dun 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 dun. Okay, more of like a sci-fi horror movie. Like it seems like, yeah, aliens. Oh my god, what the frick is this? It looks like Chucky. Oh! Why are they naked? I can see their booties. Oh my. What the frick is this in? Oh my goodness. Yeah. They're so weird. Like alien babies with giant guns that look like flashlights. Pew 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 pew. This one looks mad. Yeah, definitely like a sci-fi feel. Okay, he shot this thing off into space that they were trying to destroy. Okay. Back in time, 1959, okay. Oh my. And black and white, okay. I love the font and the text, that's cool. It's a nice contrast against the black and white, very cool. Now I want to watch Pleasantville for some reason.
Authorities at the Crestridge Institute for the Criminally Insane have requested at all points below.
He's like, well, I don't need to listen to this information. Here to get my lady.
Ray? They broke up. Oh, come on, Muffy. The guy's a cop.
Muffy. That is a name that I haven't heard in a while. Oh my god, throwing rocks at the window. Elvis poster, always a good idea. Yeah.
Did you see Plan 9?
That hair. Oh my, is it gonna be spicy? Is the whole movie in black and white? I'm curious. Yeah, written and directed by Fred Dekker. Dekker?
Yeah?
Uh-oh.
Hello, Ray.
That's the police officer she was on the phone about? Uh-oh.
Let's go home, will ya? Let's go home.
Awkward.
You know that cop?
Biblically.
What about the brightest star, anyway?
Yeah, so there's some lunatic on the loose, that's what they were saying, and I imagine that's what the announcement from the insane asylum was about that he turned off. Oh, look out, you're doomed now. I'm guessing that's the thing that weird alien baby chucked from the spaceship.
Fire Act and is believed on Route 66 toward the Cornwall University area.
Uh-oh, I'm guessing that's where they are. That's not good. Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Johnny?
Johnny? Why are they always named Johnny and Sally or something? I think her name's Pam, but either way. Yielding an axe. Oh man, killed a bunch of orderlies. Not good, man. And they said the King radio. Was that supposed to be a reference to Stephen King, I'm wondering? Ah! Oh! In his mouth! Gah! Well, that's gonna end badly. Just ate space goo or something. Yeah. Oh! That was a cool shot. Yeah, how you see him like just approaching and then they cut obviously right before. Okay, 1986, here we go. Okay. So similar to other horror movies where they set it up like this legend from before.
Hey, do me a favor. Anything, dude, you got it. You know. Don't try and cheer me up.
This kid with the brown hair looks familiar.
I don't like being depressed. It's, well, you know,
That's all I got.
Yeah. So do me a favor, okay, bud? Cut out this being depressed shit.
Pledgeorama. There's no more oramas.
We have a
Bolorama?
communication. Look, will you look around?
Oh, he sees a babe. Everything else goes quiet. Yeah, so it's the same university that happened in 1956. We're just now in 1986. Okay, so 30 years later. Yes.
Kill me sometime, huh?
Ah! I feel like it's gonna be very cheesy and goofy, and I'm very excited.
Break this to you, bud. It's gonna be quite a blow, but you're gonna have to meet her first. I know it's a hassle, but
That's usually how it works.
Make up the rules, pal.
Yeah. Yes, I'm guessing this is like their first year at university. They're joining sororities and fraternities. Oh my, is that a Christmas tree made out of beer bottles?
Well, you'll love this.
I really like these two, like, less popular kids trying to get this girl. I really like this. It seems like John Hughes' storyline almost.
Listen, I think there was a telephone call for you inside.
Whoa! Thanks, dude. Later, Sandy.
This guy better be one heck of a football player.
My time is limited, much like the intellect of Steve. Now, you see that attractive gentleman over there by the ale dispenser?
Oh no. So awkward.
Hey, you're cruising, man.
Cruising for a bruising. That's what they always say.
I don't understand how that could have happened. What was your name again? Chad Biff?
Biff. Great reference.
What makes you guys think you're beta material?
Oh, I'm very worried of what they're gonna make them do. Oh god.
Most of the guys we need to fill the roster this
That mustache.
If you guys were willing to perform a little act of devotion,
I don't like where this is going at all.
some task that would prove the sincerity of your feelings toward this organization.
Oh, no.
Have sex with a farm animal, do we?
Weird first choice.
Then you wouldn't want Cynthia anymore. It's not funny. No, I'm serious. Shut up.
I'm really enjoying it. It's super goofy. Definitely feels like B-movie, but in the best kind of way. Okay. Ah, yes, there's always a scientist. This guy looks familiar as well. They have to break into the science lab? That's their challenge?
They just have a sign.
Oh, a sign. That's good. What do you want it to say? Corpses for use in wacky fraternity pranks?
Oh, they're going to the morgue. Oh, God.
No, not the blue notebook. The red one.
This gives me the creeps.
Yes.
Hey, how about look at
Night of the Creeps, perhaps?
Use your hand. Hey, better yet, use your whale radar. You are so
Sonar. It's funny. It's definitely goofy, but I like it.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Whoa, there's humans. With what? Why is he in a tube? He's gonna be like Reanimator?
Wait a minute.
For what? The cops? JC.
Yeah, he's
stupid
frozen.
wishes. Find a cadaver and dump it on the front steps of the POG house.
Oh my
It's got
god,
some
that's
part of some
disturbing.
experiment.
Get someone while they're alive and you freeze them. And then you thaw them out 100 years later like a TV dinner. We are talking total
TV dinner. Like, is this gonna be the guy from, one of the guys from the 50s?
Disengage.
Just happens to be a giant red button. I love it.
That's it. Yes. Bingo. I love you, Rudy. Thank you.
Oh, he's gonna unthaw him. Probably a bit too soon.
You'll be able to carry him all the way back.
Whoa, he's alive. He's coming back. Yeah, bye. Forget this plan. He's alive. I really need to watch Frankenstein. I haven't seen it. I just know that line. It's alive, not he's alive. What was that? He like shot something out of his mouth? Yeah.
Why? You don't even know. You don't even care. Because it's important to me that you're happy. Is that so crazy?
Aw, he's a
And
good
if we don't
friend.
act like- it's hilarious because if you take it seriously, you just get depressed all the time, like you are.
Aw.
So fuck you.
How do you really feel?
Let me. You'd want me to.
You wish.
We done.
I'm sorry I was an asshole.
Self-awareness is important.
If you weren't such an asshole, even girls might like you.
Ha 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 ha
Tell me that pillow, will you?
ha 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 pillow fight. Oh, my beach babes. Oh, who's this? Evil scientist, millionaire doctor. One of the three. It has to be. They're shooting an ad for sunscreen. Coconut rum. Mermaids. Oh my. Oh. Okay. That's what I was gonna wear. How embarrassing. Whoa. Oh, it's the police officer who saw him giving. Oh. Yep. Is he holding a hand? Whose hand is that? He's really going for the chops. Oh, it's his own hand. The way it looked like he was just holding a hand. So weird. Ah! Whoa! Now he's a skeleton? Oh, what? How long was he standing there giving her the chops for? Decades?
Thrill me.
Ha 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 ha! It's a great way to answer the phone.
Also the clown.
What is the point of having a briefcase if there was just like a sandwich in it? What is that? Okay, yeah, so the police officer was also, now I actually just want a suitcase for a sandwich. That seems like a great idea. The police officer from the original crime is still alive.
Bullwinkle moose.
I love how he just lies about his...
Thrill me. Hey, Ray.
Thrill me, oh my god.
Corpses that have been dead for 27 years do not get up and go for a walk by themselves.
It'd be unlikely, but you know, anything's possible. And here we are. Oh man. Yeah, I'm curious what he like shot out of his mouth. Bradster. Yeah, and I was gonna go back to campus because that's probably the last thing he remembers from when he was alive. What are those two talking about? Ah! Is that the house mother?
I just don't want him up here.
Why wouldn't they just be stored at the school? That seems so bizarre that she would have to take them home. I'm sure that'll come into play later in the movie. Yeah, I'm curious if because he got pulled out early, is he a zombie now, or... Either way, he definitely has some weird skills. Ah!
Hi, Gordon. Hi, sweetie. Did you come to help me study or what? Huh? Where have you been?
It's reminding me a little bit of like Black Christmas. Like Black Christmas happened at a sorority, obviously over the holidays. And I think there was another Christmas horror movie I watched where they opened the door thinking it was gonna be something scary and it was a cat. This guy needs to get some clothes. Or shoes. Ah! Ugh! Why is his face all scratched? Oh! Slugs?
Is that body you were looking for, Detective?
Thrill me.
Ha! Is he thrilled? Oh god, its whole face is caved in. Oh my god. Yeah, were those little like bug things? It's reminding me of like the Cronenberg film, I think it's called Shivers. Yeah, I think. With like alien or some slug thing or I don't know. Gah. Wasn't Halloween every like 27 years or something like that too? Headless corpse. Oh God. Wow. This guy's a piece of trash.
Sorry, dorks. Don't take it personal.
I hope this guy gets zombied.
Come on, babe.
Yeah, exactly. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
I personally would rather have my brains invaded by creatures from space than pledge a fraternity.
Is that what's gonna happen in this movie?
And then we chickened out and ran away. At 40 miles an hour.
Screaming like banshees.
Just so they all get their story straight. Ah! Oh God. Now he's a zombie? Oh, toe tag and all. Okay.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Ha 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 ha. Oh, we still got the scissors on his neck. Oh, so creepy. Ah! Well, I think the janitor's next. Oh, he's coming back. And it's not going to be the cat this time, I don't think. Zombie cat? Pet cemetery cat?
Hi, sweetie. Hi, Gordon.
Ah, no. Ooh, there's like worms coming out of its eyes. Poor kitty.
Listen, you guys, I really have to use the nearest facility, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, he's like, I'll leave you two alone, so bye.
And things like slugs or something spilled out.
Okay.
He's trying his best.
Maybe I should walk you home.
Yeah. Well, that's like, it's not wrong. That is probably what she saw, but it sounds insane, obviously, to say it out loud. Oh no! Zombie janitor. And like the makeup and stuff is cool. Stripper rules. Some suspicious sounds. Yeah, what's going on? Oh God! His brain was missing. Oh God. The slugs were eating his brain. Yeah! Ah!
Oh, shit!
Did one get him? Oh God.
What was that?
Oh God. Why does he need this box of matches so badly? Leave them! Leave the matches behind, man. Save yourself. Oh, okay. That's also a plan. Ah! Oh God. Well, at least we know they're flammable. Every jump scare. Gah. Gah. Good. It's all melty. Oh! Now he's in trouble. That one went straight up his pants. And exactly what he said. And he's like, well, the aliens are gonna eat his brain. That's probably what's gonna happen. And Chris will be all on his own. Oh my. Chris has got a date.
I found the girl. I found her in the car. And on the road. And in the woods.
Everywhere. Oh gosh.
I buried him in a vacant lot. The lot right behind your girlfriend's sorority.
Oh.
Now the house mother's cottage is sitting right on top of it.
He went after that guy that killed Pam in the car in the intro. What's this show? Comment below and let me know. Yeah, if he was a zombie and he rose to life, then he's gonna go after her. Oh man. Oh, he's coming up through the floorboards. axe-wielding zombie. Oh my god. Bye. Ugh.
12 gauge out of my car.
Dante's like, I'm gonna finish what I started. Yeah, and they're using elements of like other horror movies, like zombies obviously, and those slug things, and clearly referencing other horror movies with everybody's last name being a horror movie director. I really like the tongue-in-cheek style. And I don't think I've seen a zombie with an axe. Usually they just bite people. Or again, he also has slugs that he can spew out.
I already killed you. You son of a bitch, I already killed you.
I ain't dead yet. Pew pew pews! Whoa, nice trombone shot. That's cool. Whoa, bye! Oh, you set the slugs loose. Now you've done it. And like the sound of the little slugs. Gah. Is he gonna say thrill me here? I'm surprised he didn't say that before you shot him. Pepto, beer, mouthwash. He's got his beer stein in the photo. Such memories.
Cutting through my mouth. I can feel it.
Oh no.
It's in my brain.
Oh. That is exactly what he said would happen.
All by myself, I walked.
He didn't need his crutches. Oh. Oh.
Good luck, Cynthia.
Oh God. Okay, well now at least he knows how to kill them. Yikes, he said he'd gone to the furnace room. Oh, so weird to realize what's happening to you. And he's like, yeah, I don't have a pulse, I don't have a heartbeat. Maybe you can keep him in a shed, you know, like Shaun of the Dead at the end. You know, they can just be buds and hang out and play video games. Oh, no. Yeah, he tried to burn them off. This movie was like so funny and goofy, and then it took a sad turn. Oh, here's the pup.
Hey, dog. Did you see that thing?
It's the dog answers. Ah, yep, it shot him a slug. The doggy shot him a slug.
We're out of here! Let's blow this pop stand! We're going to get done, dudes!
Yikes, so 80s. The dogs would shoot and shot him a slug. Yeah, that'd be so creepy because obviously you'd know something would have attacked you, but then you wouldn't know what's happening until it's too late. And once it's in your brain, it's obviously like there's nothing you can do.
Come on, you guys, settle down or I'll take this.
Yeah, good luck with that plan. No, the pup! The zombie dog! Like all this. Whoa! His eyeballs look like they popped out of his head before they even hit anything.
You said the duds you got on there. What is it, Halloween or something, right? Did I miss something? Hey, kid, I'm only kidding.
He's like, I'm not in the mood for your jokes.
What can I do you for?
Well, the thing is, Walter, what I need is... need your basic flamethrower.
Flamethrower?
Yes! Yes! My favorite.
Problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For who?
There could be a little problem.
He hasn't said thrill me in like 10 minutes. Is he okay? Yep, Brad's a zombie.
I'm so sure. Very hilarious, Brad. Cindy! Brad's here!
Is her name Cynthia or Cindy? Is Cindy short for Cynthia? Probably? Ah! Escape! Yes, more zombies and flamethrowers. Did somebody order a busload of zombies? Because, well, they've arrived. Next up, sorority. Beep beep. Oh.
Need time to think.
We're two.
Get away from it!
Yeah, we're two different people because one of us is dead. Oh, he was just like vending machine slug. They were just shooting out of his mouth. Oh. Yeah. How do you like your bread? Extra crispy?
Sorry, Brad.
Oh, I thought they were gonna be
Personal.
much better. Oh, haha. That's what he said to him when he was being a jerk. They shot his face, then set him on fire.
You do that.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, go for it. He's like, you were right all along. This whole time you were right. Yeah, zombie time.
I got good news and bad news, girls. The good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
Your dates are here.
They're dead.
Oh. Oh. I know it's coming, but it's still so gross. Oh, trombone shots are great. If you don't know what a trombone shot is, it's a, it was made famous in Jaws, particularly. Ah! Oh, bonked her. Duck.
It's Miller time.
Isn't that a beer slogan? Oh, hairspray. Oh, that'll work. Yep, bye. Yes, this ending is amazing. Yes, they got a good system. He shoots, she flames.
Real good plan.
Ah! Yeah! Yeah, now you're trapped. Just set them all on fire. Oh god, how good's her aim? Oh! Bye. Good. Ah! This poor shed. Come on. Oh, a lawnmower? Wow, okay. That's gonna be messy.
Later, dude.
So gross. He lawnmowered his face. Gah.
Shit, the basement. What's in the basement?
Well.
Storage, boxes.
And the brains. The brains. Yes. I knew they'd come into play later in the movie.
Get out of the house.
I really like these costumes. I hope somebody does it for like cosplay.
No, get out! Get out of here! Take time to get out! Get the hell out of here!
Oh, our little nest. Oh god. Yeah, he duct taped his mouth just like in Shivers so they can't get in. Ah. Yeah, and the sound of them like squirming along. Oh man, yeah. Ugh. Gross. They're like dancing.
Detective, thrill me.
Why didn't they call this movie Thrill Me? Boom! Bye, slugs. Their sorority's on fire. Smooch to end the movie? Yeah. He's just walking out. Yeah, right, as if. And then he's smoking, of course. Oh my goodness. Whoa, no! Then they're loose again. Oh, shoot. Well, I hope there's a sequel. I genuinely do. So sluggies are on the loose. Oh, to a cemetery. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing here. This looks like miniatures. Oh, shoot. Beetlejuice? Is that you? Oh, Oh, is this their alien? Oh, yeah, the aliens from the start of the movie. Okay, they're looking for their slugs. So that was my first time watching the 1986 film Night of the Creeps, and I really enjoyed it. It was super goofy, just a really cheesy, fun 80s horror movie. Comment below if there's other horror movies this director has done. I'm very curious to check out his other work. I really enjoyed it. It was super entertaining, and it felt like they definitely borrowed from other horror movies, but I wasn't mad about it. It felt like it was doing it in a way to honor them. It didn't feel like they were trying to steal other people's content. When they have the characters last named after horror movie directors, like there was a Cronenberg, a Carpenter, a Romero, I believe, probably a few other nods. They mentioned King on the radio, and I'm wondering if that was a Stephen King reference. Zombies aren't obviously new in horror movies, but I think this is the first time I've seen a zombie slug combination. It definitely reminded me of the David Cronenberg film I've seen, Shivers. You can check out that reaction video on my channel. Where basically these slugs infect people and take over their brains. Definitely a very different response in Shivers. This one, it turned them into zombies, and slugs were laying eggs in their brain or multiplying in their brain and just infecting these people. And then when they killed them, they shot their brains open and then set them on fire. And obviously I love flamethrowers in the movies, so I was very excited to see a flamethrower in this. There was also like an actual storyline, and it felt like a touch of like a sprinkle of John Hughes in this, with these two friends who are outcast, Chris and JC, and it seems to be like they're definitely their first year at university, maybe even their first week, where it's pledge week for the fraternities and sororities, and Chris sees this girl across the lawn, of course, and he has this moment where he thinks she's the most beautiful girl in the world, and then in the process of trying to get her, he decides to join a fraternity. They find this frozen body who's somehow a zombie. The special effects, I didn't think were terrible, and the makeup was decent. Again, it definitely gave like a B-movie vibe. I've definitely seen worse and I've seen better, but I still enjoyed it. I thought they were super fun and just goofy, and it was more, I was usually laughing more than I was probably cringing at the same time too, but it wasn't super scary, obviously, and just the fact that big final scene when the busload of frat guys crashes and then it turns into like just these zombies, and of course they're all dressed up, like the juxtaposition of them being in their fanciest clothes and then also seeing their face, you know, with pale and the eyes and blood and stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting. I really liked the friendship between Chris and JC, and it was so sad when JC in that bathroom scene unfortunately was taken over by the slug alien things, and then he left this message. I think he's the only one that we've seen that was able to like be aware of what was happening and have time to leave a message to his friend. Whether that was just for the story, I don't know, but he's able to warn Chris and to just let Chris know that, hey, this is what's happening, this is how I was able to kill them. And then JC decides to go down to the furnace room because he knows he doesn't want to spread this slug thing further. I'm very curious if there's a sequel. Comment below and let me know. They definitely ended it with the slugs heading into the cemetery and then the alien spaceship flying above. So I really enjoyed this. I hope there's a sequel. I hope there's like 7 of these, because I think they'd be so fun to watch and just continue on this journey, because we don't really know too much about the aliens. They made an appearance at the beginning of the film and then at the end of the film, and it seemed like whatever they were trying to send to Earth, I'm assuming was the slugs, they were trying to prevent that from happening because they were chasing everybody down with those tubes that I'm assuming the slug was in. It was also nice to see the flashback to the 50s, which is something, again, we've seen in like Friday the 13th. They reference previous time, and then the people in present day are living with the realities of what happened in the past. I like that the police officer was there to kind of tie the bridge between those two times. He was a rookie in the 50s when this thing first happened, and he sees a girl he was dating unfortunately is attacked by one of these things in a very gruesome way, and then he seeks his revenge, and then he thinks that's it and that he's done with it, and then this thing comes back to life and he has to continue this journey. All of the characters in this were great. I really enjoyed them. Even like Brad, you know, that's somebody you can probably imagine that you knew at some point. Like, all the characters I thought were played well, and I can imagine them being those characters. I liked how the police officer had his catchphrase of "thrill me." I like the relationship between the two friends, even the girls in the sorority. It definitely felt very 80s. And especially with some of the things they said, like cruising, and just, you know, their behavior and their mannerisms felt very 80s, and it was just super cheesy, and I just really enjoyed it and thought it was super funny. I'm definitely glad they focused more on making it like a horror comedy as opposed to just trying to go for like extreme horror and just like crazy amounts of gore. There's definitely obviously some elements of that in it, but I found it more funny and entertaining as opposed to being like scared or edge of my seat, like biting my nails thriller. It was just a really enjoyable movie. Starting off at the beginning when we had those aliens, and then going to the flashback to the 50s, and, you know, just kind of playing into those B-movie stereotypes, but I love those types of movies, so this was perfect for me. I really liked the camera work. There was quite a few trombone shots, which is made famous in the movie Jaws. If you haven't seen Jaws, obviously check it out. But the trombone shot, if I'm remembering correctly, is when you dolly in and zoom out at the same time, so the object in the front of the frame looks like it's getting closer to the camera while everything behind it zooms back. But yeah, just really cool elements, and not something I've seen very often in horror movies, given I'm assuming this was probably a lower budget horror movie. So if you don't have a giant budget, usually they don't put the time into creating those creative shots. They just want to get the shot and get done with it. But I thought that was just really cool, and I think it was in there like 2 or 3 times I remember seeing it. I think my favorite scene was the lawnmower scene, when Chris just sees the lawnmower, he sees this girl he cares about in trouble, and he wants to save her, obviously, and that's the only weapon, and of course they're in this tool shed, so it would make sense that it would be there, but just, I don't think I've seen a movie where a zombie's been taken out by a lawnmower before, so that was interesting, and just so gory, so messy. Like, that would just be horrible to witness, obviously, but I just added into that, like, big finale at the ending where they're trying to get rid of as many of these zombies as possible and kill these slugs. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought it had great elements of an 80s movie, sci-fi movie, horror movie, comedy, just really well done. Like I said, it kind of felt like there was this John Hughes element as well, because you care about these 2 guys at college, and I find they're very relatable, you know, these kind of underdog characters trying to get this girl. They're not the most popular kids in school, so I thought that was awesome, and just their friendship you could see was so strong, and then watching them try and manage, you know, college as well as taking on these zombies and slugs and this police officer and just all these elements. I just thought it was super funny, and I will definitely watch it again. If you haven't seen this movie, I would recommend checking it out. I really hope there's sequels. I know I've said that like 4 times by now, but I just hope this is one of the horror movie franchises that goes on forever, because even if they're terrible, I probably still love them, because I just really enjoyed this one. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for horror movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Why are they naked? I can see their booties. Alien baby chucked from the spaceship. Johnny! Pledorama! Why is he in a tube? He lawnmowered his face. Axe-wielding zombie. Oh my god. Zombie janitor. The slugs were eating his brain. Yeah! This sorority's on fire!